Like SpongeBob?
Oh my god, Mackenzie and I watched that the other day.
Oh my god, you're always watching SpongeBob.
It's true, and we had an amazing time. We laughed the whole time.
The movie?
Yeah.
The first one?
The first one.
Have you seen 2 and 3?
No, I haven't.
Have you seen 2?
No.
Oh my god, it's really good.
Oh, see, everyone says that, but I get wigged out by the animation.
The 3D.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, welcome.
Hi.
Hi, Maddie.
Hi. Maddie.
Welcome to What the Fuck is Happening, the podcast.
Yes, that's it. I was going to go into the RuPaul, and I was like,
RuPaul.
no, wait, that's the wrong one.
Stupid bumhole. No, welcome. How are you?
Good. How are
Good.
you?
I'm fine. I drank last night for the first time in a while. And instead of a hangover, I have diarrhea hangover. So I've pooped like 12 times today, and it hurts.
Oh, now I feel bad for laughing.
So that's, yeah, if you already don't drink, just keep don't drinking.
I totally agree, to be honest.
Yeah.
Even
Although I also mixed like
Oh,
3
no.
types of alcohol, so like
That's your
maybe
own.
it's on me.
Yeah, that's your own problem then. Your own fault. What types of alcohol did you mix?
I had an espresso martini to start.
Stop. Oh, God.
I feel attacked.
No wonder you feel sick. Okay, yeah.
I had an espresso martini to start, and then I had a pink lemonade cocktail
Okay.
because
That sounds pretty fun.
gay. And then I had a half a bottle of wine with Meredith, which was 4 standards. So I figure all up, I probably had like 6 or 7 standards, which for me is like a bender.
I mean, I feel like it's a bit. That's a bit.
Although when we were out, we were like, let's get a bottle of wine. We'll split it in half. It's so cute, so fun, how fresh. And then it was $60.
What?
The bottle of wine. It was the cheapest bottle there.
What the fuck?
$59. And we Googled it to see how many cups we could get out of it.
Right.
It was $27
Online.
on like from BWS. And we were like, well, we're here and we've already had 2 cocktails, so we're tipsy. This sounds like a good idea.
Markup is crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
And then I was enjoying it. It was a mediocre wine, honestly. It was not that good. It was fine.
For $60.
For $59, I don't know.
I don't know about that one, boys.
Although twice in one night, I went to my first places where you scan the QR code and order at the table.
Oh, yeah. Where were they?
Grilled
Okay.
in the Winter Garden
Interesting.
and Felons at the Wharf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Wild.
I know. Anyway, that's a day in my life.
Yeah, hecky. I know I've been to the only place I've done that has the scan the code and order at the table is the Harajuku Gyoza in the city.
Love.
Yeah, which is delicious.
Fucking love
just as an
Harajuku
aside.
Gyoza. What can you even eat there? Okay, we are back.
Okay, what were we talking about again?
We were talking about Harajuku Gyoza.
Oh, yeah, and it's really nice. What can I have there?
I don't know.
Well, they do...
Vegetable dumplings.
Yeah, and they have like
Fries.
a really big array of tempura
Oh.
and agadashi tofu and all that, and you can get all that sauce vegan.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough about Brisbane restaurants.
Yeah. In a city.
In the city. What's the elephant in the room this week?
Well, I want to say that it's we're at my house again, and not your house, but only the people who are on the YouTube
Can see that.
can see that. Yeah, no one else can tell.
And most of our listeners are listeners.
Exactly.
So,
Wow.
wow. Deep. Our real elephant in the room this week is... I'm not actually sure.
I don't really know either.
Our elephant in the room this week is that I need to open my Red Bull, please.
Okay. I'll have mine too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wow.
We'll do
My
a
God,
cheers.
wait.
Ready?
Okay.
ASMR. Wow. That felt sexy.
It kind of did.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Gotta stick your pinky out like a fag.
Oh no, that's so yummy.
Delightful. Sugar-free Red Bull. The only sugar-free thing that you can't taste is sugar-free, and that's because it tastes so bad by itself.
So it tastes bad whether there's sugar in it or not.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Although I will say I had one on the way here, straight after brushing my teeth.
Oh my God.
And I nearly vomited in the car.
Wow.
Yeah, and I had 2 people in the car with me, so I was like...
Just hold it in, Nicholas.
Just swallow it down. Just swallow the vom. It's fine.
Oh God. Okay.
Speaking of... I've only really been hungover once.
Oh yeah.
And it was... I had a Christmas party. And then the next day we had to fly to Sydney, and I was drunk on the plane, and that was scary.
Drunk on the plane?
Hungover, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I was hungover on the plane. But that's the only time I've been really hungover. Like, I've, chucked a vom from drinking before. Multiple times, unfortunately. But, like, I was fine the next day.
Wild.
I feel like you get hangovers.
I do. I don't ever get, like, headaches or anything like that. I just get really sick. And so if I vomit during the night from drinking, usually that will continue on for like 15 hours. Yeah. My hangovers are like, I get so sick. I feel so sick. I vomit so much and they last for forever, usually for way longer than I was actually drinking. So that's why I don't drink, because I'm like, if I'm drinking, I want to get drunk. But if I get drunk, it's all bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like really bad. So
if I don't get drunk, I have to be sober by the time I go to sleep.
Exactly.
Sorry for the burp.
ASMR.
I've literally, with drinking and stuff, I've only ever vomited like once and then I stop.
Wild. I wish.
But it is violent. It's fucking violent. It looks like the fucking Red Wedding, but with vomit. So like.
So there's pros and cons.
Yeah. Not to sound, I rarely drink.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
Yeah, you hardly ever drink. You drink even less than I do. And I don't drink.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probs.
Probs.
Cute. So, anyway, should we quickly do some pop culture?
Yep.
And then we can...
Pop to the top.
Slip and slide and ride that rhythm. Zip, zap, zop.
I don't know. You got to make it pop culture-y, though. You got to change the words.
Well, no. Well, fuck you. Who am I? A rapper? Nicki Minaj?
That's funny.
I don't think so. No, and then you can do me. Because last week I did you on the pod.
Wow.
You can
and
do
it was
me.
so sexy.
It was so hot.
Yeah.
I was so wet. That's the funniest thing to me.
What?
Just like, I'm so wet.
Okay, well, it usually sounds way sexier than what it
I'm
is.
so wet. I'm so wet. It's not even English anymore. Can you believe?
God.
Honestly, I feel like there's not that really much that happened this week, right?
I didn't really have anything.
I've got a few things, purely like nothing that crazy. Ariana Grande got married.
Oh yeah, that was a bit crazy.
That was crazy. But she looked beauts.
She did. Very much so. Very much so. Good on her.
Great.
Yep.
Your reception looked cool. Or your wedding venue. I don't know. The things hanging from the ceiling were cute. In case you're listening, Ari.
I mean, mostly I was just focused on her banging jawline, but that too, I guess.
Go off. Cute. Have you listened to Olivia Rodrigo's album Sour yet?
I would like to.
Yes.
I would like to.
Are you trying to say plead the fifth?
Yeah, it's something. It's my right to remain silent.
Wow, you're a stupid slut.
Yeah.
I can't believe you. Like,
I don't know. Like, it automatically downloaded. I pre-saved the album, and so I have it on my phone. I just haven't really been in the mood this week to listen.
It's been out 2
songs.
weeks.
Fine, I haven't really been in the mood for the last 2 weeks to listen to new songs.
God, it's brutal out here. It's iconic. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I believe you.
I've come across some new information. Because you know how when I did a mini review for you, I was like, it is a fantastic album. The songs are really good, but it's a little one note tonally. Not tonally, but thematically.
Lyrically, yeah.
Thematically.
Okay.
Because it's all kind of revengey breakup songs.
Yeah.
Which, you know, we love. But by the end of it, it's like, we get it. Which inherently is a little misogynistic because men can write about pussy for an entire album and
I mean, I'd get
don't
pretty
get
sick
called
of
out.
that personally, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, you mean the
pussy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a couple songs on there that break it up, so it's good. But yeah, it's a great album, and there's like some bangers, and it's like half early 2000s punk pop rock
Love that.
and half ballads.
Yeah. Love a ballad.
So it's very much in my wheelhouse,
I agree.
you know?
Yeah.
But the new information I've come across is apparently there's little roomies. Sorry. That she's releasing a sister album called Sweet. So like Sweet and Sour. And that's about love songs. In which case, together, that would make sense.
It would make sense.
Right?
That's kind of cute. I like that idea. I'll be a little disappointed now if she doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Which is a little nothing to do with her and just entirely to do with the fact that I like that idea.
Yeah, it's One Division all over again.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Yeah, that aren't gonna come true.
No.
And you know what else? Like fucking the Taylor Swift stans, the Swifties.
Yeah.
I'm a Taylor Swift stan, but I'm not a Swiftie. Do you get me?
I do.
Because you're the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time she's trending on Twitter or whatever, which is like once a day, I click on it and they're like, any money, the 1989 Taylor's version comes out on this exact date, which is in 2 weeks, and then it never happens, and I'm always disappointed.
I thought this was going to be about how the Swifties all hate Olivia Rodrigo or something.
No. Women supporting women. No, it's infuriating because they get my hopes up and then
That's really fair. They do that.
get my hopes up just to watch me crumble. You know?
Yeah.
It's really deep and dark.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just not really sure that they're doing it specifically for you. To make
But I'm the main character.
Of the world.
Of everything.
Makes sense, of course.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. No, I'm with it. I understand what you're saying, and I'll be disappointed if Sweet isn't a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And also, 1989 need to come out soon.
Truly. Yeah. And like, I hope that Sweet comes out and it's like a pastel pink cover, because just aesthetically, the pastel purple and pastel pink would like be perfect. That's all I'm saying. Olivia Rodrigo, hire me as your creative director.
You definitely should. He's very good at it.
Thanks, babe. What?
What else?
Oh, nothing. I haven't been able to get Good For You out of my head though. Have you not listened to it much?
Well, I hadn't listened to it much on my own, by myself. But it's on TikTok everywhere. Every second video as I scroll down my feed has Good For You playing in the background, so I know all the words.
Wow. I needed to delete TikTok or something. It's taking up too much of my time.
Bitch, same. It's ridiculous. I hate how much I'm on there.
Same.
Like, I actively resent myself every time I open TikTok.
Yeah.
And then 2 hours have gone by and I'm like, wow, what a great 2 hours.
Especially when I tell myself it's just 5 minutes before bed and then
Yes!
it's like
No!
literally 6 hours.
Oh, God. It's terrible.
Literally.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oofy.
Oofy.
Oofy woofy.
Oofy woofy.
Anyway, badoo badoo, shkabloo blue blue. You know? Did you hear the news about Kim K?
What?
Her workers are suing her. Like, her house staff are suing her because they're saying that she didn't pay them properly and she was using them to avoid taxes or something.
Stop!
Yeah, and her
Drama!
Kim K's response was literally like, well, they should really be taking that up and suing the company that I hired you from. And I'm like, this is all feeling very uncomfortable.
I mean, I guess theoretically that's correct. If she did hire them through a company, it's not her fault that the company isn't paying them correctly. Unless it is.
Well, it sounds like it was other sketchy stuff too. Taxes and things and stuffs. You know? I don't know. It would make it...
It depends on what's kind of going on there.
Well, if the workers are suing her...
Yeah.
I can't imagine that they would go up against someone as rich as Kim K unless they had something...
Proof or...
Yeah. Or something direct.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But then the other news with Kim K is it was revealed on the latest episode of Kardashians. Don't watch it. Just keep up with the news. That they the Kardashian Kim's house. Yeah, Kim's house was a COVID hotspot last year.
What?
Yeah, right in the middle of it before vaccines and shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because one of her kids went to school, came back with COVID, gave it to everyone. So everyone just had COVID. Like everyone.
Like all the Kardashians, you mean?
Yeah, and their house and stuff. And their staff and all that.
Oh my God.
So they had to stop filming for like 2 weeks. But they kept that out of the press literally until now.
That's wild.
Because I feel like they would have even gotten even more shit at the time.
Yeah.
But like, ugh.
That's crazy.
When people say it's fine to go to school and for kids to go to school and socialize and shit because they can't be affected by COVID as much. And it's like, that's fine, but they can pass it on to fucking everyone else.
Everyone. Yep.
And the fact that teachers aren't included in frontline staff right now is so beyond fucked.
It's rude. There's a lot to process there.
Yeah, sorry.
Would
you like to respond?
The only news I'd heard about keeping up with the Kardashians in the past week or so was that Kim failed her mini bar exam. That was all I
had to retake it.
Wild. See, I saw the snippet of the ad, which was Kim being like, I studied for 10 to 12 hours every day for 6 weeks. And I was like, wow, that's commitment. I believed her.
Oh.
Just because I do. And then it turned out she failed. And I was like, oh, that's really awkward for her.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know if she got it, though.
I don't know either.
Because this would have been end of last year, the show now. I got that exact same ad, though. So
I think mine was from following Khloe.
Oh, I don't follow any of them because they piss me off.
That's really fair.
Overall, I like the Kardashians and I like being entertained by them.
Yeah.
But I can't follow them because it's all just fucking diarrhea tea ads and shit.
It's really true.
So promotions.
That's really accurate. The only one I The only one I follow is Khloe, and honestly, I really do need to unfollow her. I can't remember what I originally was following Kylie as well, but then she posted 5 times a day just pictures of herself, and I was like, this is just too much. I don't need to see 5 different versions of you every day.
Iconic.
So I unfollowed her, and Khloe doesn't post as much, which is why I've maintained it because she's not in my face. She doesn't remind me that she exists as much, and so I don't feel the need to not look at her as often. Yeah. So, but I do need to unfollow her because you're right.
Wig. I feel like Khloe used to be the most down to earth, and then
it's true.
Fame really changed her.
Shit happened.
No.
Wait, what was that other thing? We talked about it last week. I was gonna say with Scott Disick, but that was we talked about that, didn't we?
I don't think we talked about the other week when Khloe got cancelled for getting her a photo from a magazine taken down because it wasn't photoshopped to make her skinnier.
That was wild.
It was wild.
That was really wild.
The fact that she thought she could just recall it and not make a fuss in the media.
It's really true.
Was a lot.
It was a lot. And did she end up getting the photo taken down?
Yeah.
Wild. Everyone's already seen it anyway.
Yeah.
The more she tried to get it taken down, the more it spread.
Just like nudes.
Exactly.
And STDs. Well,
you're not wrong.
And terrorist organizations.
Oh my God. Actually, you're right there too. Wild. Okay, well. Yeah. The picture wasn't even that bad. I'm not going to lie.
The picture wasn't even that bad.
Of Khloe.
Yeah, no, obviously not. She's stunning.
Yeah.
And she's also fucking skinny.
Yeah.
With or without Photoshop.
It's really true.
But
and also that meme that went around immediately after that was like, why is Khloe trying to get this picture taken down when this one exists? And there's that picture of her from 10 years ago where her hair's everywhere. She's dropped a coffee and it's mid spill. It's so fucking funny.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Love it. That's the Khloe I relate to.
Exactly.
Oh my God, did you see it? There's a TikTok going around and it's a teacher in primary school in America and her method to get her kids to be quiet in class is kids, I dropped my diamond earring in the water. And then their kid's response is, Kim, there's people that are dying.
That's so funny.
It's so funny. That's, honestly, iconic.
That is iconic.
That was the moment that I was hooked on Kardashians 10 years ago. That's a fun fact.
Oh, when she dropped her earring in the water?
On the show. Because I used to secretly watch the show at nighttime when my parents were asleep. And it was the seasons where she was married to Chris Humphries for like 72 days.
Iconic.
And that was wild. And she dropped. I remember the trip. She dropped them. The one earring, and I was living.
That's
living
wild. I remember the only time I've ever really watched it, and it's. I mean, I probably would watch it, to be real, but the only time I've ever like sat down and actively watched it was that day when we lived in Sandford.
I think we watched like 2 full seasons.
In one day, yeah. That was so funny.
Yeah, because we were sitting there dyeing our hair for like 12 hours.
Exactly. And of course, the funniest line ever, which I'm sure we talked about on the pod before.
I'm sure we have.
Can I get you anything?
A gun! Truly legendary. Sorry for your ears.
Yeah. Wow.
Truly
Kim Kardashian
legendary.
just really a drama llama.
All that fucking scene at the ski chalet when they're being mean, and then Chris like takes her phone and throws it behind the couch. So Kim steals Chris's phone and takes it all the way upstairs and smashes it down the floor.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It's so funny.
I don't remember that, but wow.
And also the one where she's getting her car detailed and then Chloe's bitching about her and she can hear her through the door, and then Kim walks in and she's like, "Don't be fucking rude!"
Yeah, that was funny too.
Wow. Honestly, those early seasons, iconic.
It's really true. I can 100% see why why the reality show lasted as long as it has.
It's true.
They're just terrible people. And it's hilarious.
And I don't know if I'd be able to watch the early seasons now, knowing like Caitlyn Jenner's an absolute monster.
Yeah, fair.
Of a Republican trash fucker. And
I have a
Scott's
question
like
about
low-key a
that,
predator.
and I don't know if it's extremely ignorant of me or not.
Ooh.
And I don't know if it's just like a personal preference that they have. I just don't know. But so obviously a she.
Caitlyn? Are we talking about Caitlyn? Yeah.
So we're talking about Caitlyn. Yeah. So obviously identifies as a woman.
Yeah.
Whatever. All of the Kardashians, the ones who
Kylie and Kendall
still call her dad.
Yeah.
Is that like a personal choice, or is that like a thing? Like, what's the deal there?
That's a personal choice.
Yeah.
I watched that season. I think I was still watching it in like 2014 or 15 when it was happening. And I think I watched the first season of Caitlyn's show.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a personal choice. She's okay with it, so.
Was it her personal choice? Caitlyn's?
Yeah, like,
okay.
Yeah, Kendall and Kylie and Kim and stuff were like, they had a discussion about it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
And that's that on that. Cyst. What else have I been doing?
I don't know, but you got to answer your questions. We've only got
Okay.
half an hour left.
No, we don't. We've got longer than that because we got interrupted.
Oh, I guess we did, but our food's going to be here at 2:45, so.
Well, it's fine because we can pause. Anyway. Oh, you know what's exciting?
What?
I have been watching Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie's iconic reality TV show, The Simple Life.
Mm-hmm. Is that old?
Yes.
And?
I mean, like, old in what's the word?
Relative terms.
Relative terms to us, yeah.
Well, when's it from?
Like 2003, I think.
That's almost 20 years old.
Yeah, but I guess that's also we're old. Whatever. No, it's so fucking funny. Like, they're monsters, but like also really likable. Do you know the premise of the reality show?
Not really.
It's basically just they have to live a month on like a rural farm with
Iconic.
With like a lower class family, really.
That's hilarious. Oh my god. It's
And,
like the plot of every teen movie from that time, but happened in reality.
Literally. And they've had 2 jobs in 2 days and got fired from both of them.
Oh my god.
And the second one was at a fast food place, and they had to put you know how they've got the giant billboard sign things where they put the letters up to spell out the deals and stuff?
Yeah.
And they were like, how can we rearrange this to make it filthy?
Oh no.
I'm telling you what they changed it to is
god.
half price anal, salty wiener burgers. And when I tell you I was dying, I mean I was dying.
There's so much to unpack there as to why that's funny. I think mostly because it's like, wow, that's the worst you have, but also like...
It was so funny.
That's so... A salty wiener burger, like, that's hilarious.
And then the manager came out and she was like stifling a laugh, but then she was obviously like y'all are idiots. You need to get it down now. We're going to lose customers.
You're fired.
Well, no.
Oh, no.
I'm going to punish you by putting you in the mascot suits.
Iconic.
And making you stand outside.
Iconic.
So they're standing on the side of the road, flipping people off. And then they run across the road into a shopping centre.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, that's when they get fired. That's when they get fired.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old were they then? Please don't say like 25.
22.
Stop.
Basically our age. A little bit younger, yeah.
Wow.
But there's like 4 seasons of it, I think.
Iconic. Wow. Okay. Well, I definitely need to watch that.
Yeah, they're only like 9-episode seasons too, which is 20-minute episodes, 9 episodes.
That's a lot to handle.
20-minute, 9 episodes?
No, sorry. The actual TV show itself.
Oh. Yeah.
What you were just talking about.
Yeah.
I was still thinking about that.
This is fair. Anyway, it's iconic. All the memes hold up. And that's that on that. Speaking of Nicole Richie, though, I remember talking about her Quibi show last year.
Yeah.
That I loved.
I don't feel like I ever remember who Nicole Richie is, but keep going.
Oh, that's really embarrassing for you. Yeah, she had a Quibi show last year called Nikki Fresh, where it was like a satirical mockumentary where she was trying to become a rapper.
Right.
About organic vegetables.
Yeah.
And I bring this up because Quibi, all of the Quibi content, has officially been rebranded as Roku Originals.
That's right.
And re-released.
Yes, I remember.
So if you missed any of the any of the Quibi Originals,
which everybody did,
and you live in America, you can go watch it all for free on Roku.
Sad.
We don't have Roku.
We don't,
unfortunately, because I would absolutely watch
2 fiction novels.
Really,
what the
none
fuck?
of them. Nicole.
Yeah.
Nikki Fresh.
Published works. The Truth About Diamonds, a novel. Priceless, a novel.
Are they really fiction?
That's what it says. Let's
Sounds
have
like,
a look at the.
None.
They've got links. The truth. Oh my god. Wait, stop. It's basically just her on the cover.
It's literally her. Wait, I'm stealing your phone.
Okay.
Your writing is tiny.
Well, it's because I can see.
The novel tells the story of Chloe Parker, a woman in her early 20s who has been adopted at the age of 7 by a music superstar and his wife, and who now associates with Hollywood celebrities. What had followed was a wild childhood distinguished by parties with movie stars and rock idols, run-ins with the press and the police, and a subsequent stint in rehab. There's more.
I have to read these.
When Chloe shoots to instant fame as a spokesmodel for a national ad campaign, her long-lost birth father appears out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
Her best friend betrays her, and she has to struggle to keep it all together. Her sobriety, her friendships, and her integrity. Despite the betrayals of those around her, ultimately Chloe comes spectacularly into her own, achieving stardom in her own right and finding true love. Sorry, I was speaking really fast to try and get it all out in the least amount of time.
I honestly feel like it's just a self-insert when
fanfic.
Nicole Richie, is basically being like, oh my god, it is so hard being a celebrity.
Imagine if we struggled.
Yeah. Wow.
Honestly, kudos.
That's from 2005, that book that you just read.
Oh, wig. She definitely did not write it then.
Yeah, no, that's right in the middle of The Simple Life too.
I feel if she wrote it now, she would have written it.
That's fair.
But back then, it was for sure a ghostwriter. Right?
Probably, yeah. Wow, okay. Well, that is a lot to handle, and I have to read both of those books.
Oui.
Okay, so.
Yes.
Now is it time to learn more about Nicholas?
It is, if you wish to interview me.
Yeah, obviously. I don't know the questions, so give me a phone.
Oh, don't look at my notes. Because they don't make sense. Also,
I talked about all the rest of those things.
Did we see the plot thicken about...
Half price anal. That's so funny.
Did we see the plot thicken about Tessa Thompson and stuff?
That there was a 4th person there? Yes!
The paparazzi cut out Tessa Thompson's boyfriend. That makes it a million times better.
Is that who it was? I thought it was just some random person.
No, it was Tessa Thompson's boyfriend.
That's so fucking funny.
Why would they cut him out?
I have no idea.
That makes it so much more better. It's equality.
It's really true. But I think that this makes for a better story for us all to be like, wow, it's 3 people. And for us all to now be like, wow, it's 4 people.
True. The reveal.
Exactly. It's way more exciting.
True. Anyway, that's hot.
I mean, you are not wrong.
I'm right.
You are right. In fact, it is hot. And honestly, I love it for them.
I love it too. The other news was Paddington 2.
Stop. I don't want to
No
talk
longer
about
100.
it.
No longer 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It makes me angry.
I think I literally sent you the screenshot of the article and was like, my condolences.
Yeah. All I replied back with was in all capitals, boo. Yeah, no, that's definitely
sad.
wrong.
I haven't seen it, but sad.
I mean, it's not even necessarily that it deserves to be the greatest movie of all time. It's more that just like the concept of it being 100% and the only thing being 100% is just like
Art in and of itself. Art. Yeah.
I agree.
Totally.
It's like that's the greatest movie of all time, you know?
Yeah, the greatest showman, more like the greatest film. Did you also see the news that they're doing a prequel movie about the origins of Willy Wonka?
I did.
Starring Timothée Chalamet.
Oh, I didn't know that, but I did know that the person directing it is Paddington 2 person.
Yeah.
And that's why everyone was like, okay, I guess it's all right then.
Yeah, exactly. Because they did like the kombucha girl meme. Where it was like, a Willy Wonka prequel starring Timothée Chalamet. Yeah. Directed by Paddington 2 director. Oh.
Yeah, it's really true. It's really true. I mean, I'm not opposed to a Willy Wonka prequel, I guess.
I just found out that Cruella's not actually the villain in Cruella. Oh, and I'm like, well, why didn't you
ruin everything? Didn't it turn out or something as well? Okay, potentially major spoiler. I don't really know at what point in the movie you learn this.
Yeah.
But doesn't it turn out that the reason why Cruella hates Dalmatians so much is because Dalmatians killed her mum?
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Rip to Cruella's mum, but I'm different.
I don't really know how that happened. That was just like a throwaway line
That's
I
so
learned on
fucking
Twitter.
stupid.
It's so stupid. I don't know, like...
The only other thing I heard about...
her? Like,
yeah.
what?
Wow.
I wouldn't know.
Dalmatian, more like damnation. The only other thing I heard about the movie is that her coat isn't actually made out of dog. There's like a... They do some creative thing so that it's not actually dogs, but it looks like dogs so that we don't sympathize with the person who murders dogs. So they really didn't commit to her being the villain.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's like faux fur or something.
In the movie,
film,
they tell you it's faux fur? Or,
yeah.
Oh, wow, that's weird.
And also the one scene in the trailer where she lights her dress on fire and there's another dress underneath. I'm like, Catching Fire did it ages ago.
It's really true.
And they did it better, in the words of RuPaul.
Probably they did, but
We've seen that before, and it was done better.
That was so funny. Wow. And the other week when that person was like, yeah, I looked like trash, and RuPaul was like, yeah, you did.
It was rotted. Yeah.
That was a lot.
Anyway, my impression of RuPaul sounds like a Valley girl, and that's that on that.
I mean, is RuPaul a Valley girl? Yes.
Not no.
Okay, shut up. I have to ask these questions.
You have to come up with a scenario for why I can only keep one thing.
Well, I didn't know that. I thought it was just going to be the same.
Well, come on, you're
scenario.
a writer.
Okay, there's plague.
Wow.
And no, okay, yes, there's a plague, but it's a degenerative brain disease.
Oh my lord.
And it makes you forget things.
Wow.
Everything.
Wow.
And you only remember the thing.
The one thing that impacted you.
Exactly.
Wig.
Yeah. Wow. Just off the top of my head.
That's
it's very
really
similar
dark.
to yours. But
I was like, aliens killed 5 billion people. And you were like,
we're all going to get sick.
Yeah. You were like, COVID 2.0? Sorry, too soon.
Okay. Or is it?
Or is it?
We're committing to that plot anyway.
Okay.
I can't come up with something else.
That's fine. I like it. Everyone comment or whatever and message us and say if you prefer the alien plotline or the plague plotline. Does the plague plotline hit too close to home? I hear they're releasing some new UFO footage this week. Maybe that's too close to home.
Ooh, new UFO
drama.
Or even potentially suggest your own scenarios in which you could only rember the thing. That
only if it's free though.
you
We don't want to
most.
pay for the idea.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's that on
We
that.
don't want any paywalls.
Yeah. No gatekeeping.
Okay.
Yes, Maddie. It's such a wonderful opportunity to be here being interviewed by you.
You're welcome. Okay. Wait, TV show first. Name a TV show that you want to remember. That you would remember because it's the one that impacted you the most. Yep, go.
Wait, I did not expect this question. That's such a great question.
I just need to think for a second.
Every other interviewer that's interviewed me today, they've all like asked the same questions. Like, are you dating Henry Cavill? Are you dating Chris Evans? It's really refreshing to have some new questions.
Who are you in this scenario? Are you Tessa Thompson or are you Nicholas?
I'm Nicholas the Icon.
Okay, right.
That's how I'm at.
Love that.
Yeah.
Go.
Anyway, I feel like you already know the answer to that, and my answer is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, okay. That does make sense. I didn't know the answer to that, but that does make sense. Interesting. Yeah. Hecky. Go from the top. When did you first watch it?
Okay. Well, I think really when it was airing.
Really?
In like 2005. I would have been like 7 when it started.
Hecky. Like, so did you watch from the beginning?
Yeah.
Wild.
I probably when season 1 was almost finished, and then I caught all the episodes. But anyway, and the thing is, I had to buy the DVDs of it.
Iconic.
Because they released the DVDs like each season in 5 volumes.
Yep.
And we didn't get pay TV until season 3 was coming out.
Yeah. Wow, remember the days of having to buy a season?
Yeah, I used to buy them from Video Easy.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Stop.
And this was, I don't know. This was the show that like really introduced me to, I guess like fantasy, complex storytelling.
Yeah. Yes.
Serialized storytelling.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Being invested in characters. Character arcs.
Yeah.
The story of Zuko had me shook when I was a kid.
That is totally fair.
But and like I don't know, even like all of it. It had cool mythology, cool magic, cool world building. It was better than Game of Thrones.
You're right, and you should say it. I saw this TikTok the other day.
Oh my gosh.
And the person, all it was this person being like, if you as a child watched Avatar the Airbender in its entirety more than 2 times, you're definitely queer now. And I was like, that's true. Nicholas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, it's the show I've watched the most out of everything.
Yeah.
Complete tea.
That is, I feel like, a really, really good choice.
It is.
And it makes sense. I think,
I'm confident in this answer. I love it. And
I want to buzz that in.
Zuko was like one of my first crushes. So is Katara. Stan Katara.
What a queen.
And honestly, at the time, I shipped Aang and Katara. And when they kissed, like if they ended up together in the finale, I was like, yes. Before I knew what Endgame was, I was like, there, Endgame. Watching it again, obviously, it's Zuko and Katara.
Obviously. And we did watch it recently, so your brain is fresh.
Yeah, galaxy brain. Yeah, but no, the moment where Zuko cuts his hair in, symbolizing him disconnecting from the Fire Nation in a way, I was like, whoa, that's the deepest shit I'd ever seen.
Honestly, and then obviously should have been studied.
Once the hair grew out, I was like, hot.
Yeah, there's no deeper meaning to that. That's just
hot,
sexy. Yeah.
That episode of The Office where Pam holds up the sign, hot.
Yeah.
That one.
Basically. Yeah. That's.
So yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender for sure. I also love The Legend of Korra. It takes a bit to get into season 1, but then it really, really picks up. It's very adult.
I will just have to believe you. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, so definitely that. I'd say it introduced me to a lot of things. I remember watching the 4-part finale. They aired it as wild. One block in Australia on Nickelodeon. And I remember forcing my entire family to leave the living room so I could have silence.
Honestly, iconic.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
And then in the breaks, it was advertising iCarly season 2.
Wow, that's crazy. My goodness. I feel like season 3. See, I think I've seen the pilot episode of Avatar probably 25 times.
Just it's always
because
on TV.
It's always on TV. I didn't even know at all what happened in season 2, let alone season 3. It's never aired.
Yeah.
In my opinion, didn't really have pay TV. So yeah.
Wig.
That's cool. I like that answer.
Good.
And I feel like you're correct. How do you think it impacted you though? Do you feel like it
I just said it introduced me to all this stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when it clicked, and I was like, okay, I'm going to be obsessed with for the rest of my life with things in this.
That's fair. So
nature.
you didn't
It's
say
fucking,
that second bit
it's high
last
fantasy
time.
before high fantasy.
It's true.
It's like baby's first high fantasy. You know? Also, the amount of times I went in the pool pretending I could waterbend.
Oh my god, me when I used to watch H2O Add
Also
Water.
that
Yeah, for
iconic show.
Iconic show.
That's definitely in my top 5 childhood shows.
Honestly, I would probably agree.
That shit slapped.
Okay. Next is song/music video/album.
Which, yeah, I think we changed it to album /
Yeah.
music videos. That's one. Okay, well, this one's tough because do I have albums I stan? Absolutely.
Chromatica.
Yeah, obviously. But, like, this choice, I'm going to have to forfeit album. And I'm going to have to say the one song that I would keep and that impacted me the most was Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis. And its accompanying music video.
Oh my god, you've thought about this so much and I love all of your answers.
Because oh my god, the Bleeding Love music video, international version, not the American version. The American version's boring.
Okay.
But the international version of Leona Lewis's Bleeding Love music video is like drama.
It is drama. You made me watch this recently as well.
It came out in like I think 2006 or whatever.
Yeah.
But I remember having the So Fresh CDs that came with the DVDs with the accompanying music videos, and I remember just skipping to that every time. Watching it on a little portable DVD player, and it was everything. And I like there's drama, there's like death and betrayal and
there's
attempted suicide and everything.
A lot going on in
it's
that
like
video.
Drama, and it's an ensemble cast, and it impacted me mostly, I would say, because one, the song is one of the best songs of all time.
Accurate.
It's an absolute banger in the saddest way possible.
It's so true. That like really long note that she holds right towards the end.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do it.
Pretending to do that as a kid. Amazing.
But no, the music video specifically, it was like one of the first times that I saw something on screen and was like, I want to do that.
I feel like I remember you saying this actually when we watched it recently. You were like, this was like my introduction to filmography or what do you call videography.
Because I was like, this is drama. This is ridiculously depressing and camp. I want to do that.
Honestly, I love that for you.
And that like definitely influenced,
Do you think it like shaped the way that you tell a story in your videos as well? Like, do you think it 100% you were like,
less so now.
Let's make this sad.
Less so now, but you know, in high school,
yes,
all of the artsy kids or creatives like us, whatever, if you write like a short story, it would be like, and then they killed themselves. It was like really depressing shit. All the short stories were that. All of my films were that in media class.
That's iconic.
Like, I think I've showed you most of my school things, and they're all depressing as hell.
I loved them. They're all dramatic too.
Because, in my head, from stuff like the Bleeding Love music video, I'm like, well, it has to be depressing to be art.
Fair.
You know,
fair.
All the Oscar movies are depressing.
It's true. I feel like that's really pressed on us. It's like lighthearted movies with a simple plot.
Yeah.
That's not art.
Yeah.
That's just a movie or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I totally get where you're coming from there.
But no. Now I know.
Now I know better. Now I've seen Avatar.
You cray.
I mean,
now I know that it doesn't have to be depressing to be good.
Yeah. It's true.
Than that.
You're correct, 100%.
So, thank you to Leona Lewis.
For changing your life?
Yeah.
What's your password? Did it work?
No.
Sad.
Boop. Not that. Oh my god, this Red Bull.
Hit you hard. Okay, movie. Actually, movie.
Did you say get me hard?
I can't remember.
Okay, well, let's just say you did.
Okay.
Let's say we did, but don't. Let's say we didn't.
Don't say it, but now he said it.
But now he said it. Iconic.
Movie. What do you think is the movie that impacted you?
Oh, easy.
Easy.
Well, maybe not easy.
Lord of the Rings.
No, I didn't watch that until I was older because it scared me. Because I walked past what my parents were watching when I was a kid, and it was the giant spider scene.
Oh.
Ooh.
Honestly, me with the first Harry Potter movie, it came on TV. No, the first.
In the woods? In the Forbidden Forest?
No, the chess game at the end.
The chess game?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Don't watch Queen's Gambit
It
then.
really scared me as a child. No, because it was so violent and things were exploding. And I was like, I'm scared. That's why I never watched or read Harry Potter until I was like,
I stand by the
teens.
fact that the first 2 Harry Potter movies are the scariest.
fair.
Because the first one has the Forbidden Forest scene.
It does. That's terrifying.
And Quirrell's reveal.
Terrifying.
And the second one obviously has the spider and the basilisk.
Yeah, that's a lot. With the writing and the blood on the walls. Yeah.
They're both fucking scary as hell.
They are scary.
They took me like 30 watches to actually finish in full.
Fair.
And that's the tea.
Okay, anyway, the movie.
The movie... This is a tough one because obviously there were movies that influenced me when I was young. But this is just like my favorite movie, and it's my definition of a perfect film.
Okay.
And that is...
Okay.
Are you ready?
No.
Oh my god. The Hunger Games Catching Fire.
Interesting choice.
It's like my favorite movie of all time.
Wild, really?
I think...
I mean, I don't disagree, to be honest, but wild.
I think it's got everything.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best book to film adaptations of all time. Not only does it translate well, it is accurate as hell.
I think I'm accidentally buying something on your phone.
Yeah, you just double press the side. Oh. Yeah, it's like one of the best adaptations. It's a banging movie by itself. I think it had a really tough job to balance the drastic tonal shift like 1/3 of the way halfway through.
Yeah.
And I think it did it well.
It did.
I think visually it's stunning. I think it's
I
got
agree.
if you want the pretentious aspect, it's done on film instead of digital. You know, there's something for everyone. The acting, Josh Hutcherson in that movie, erect. Me. You know?
No, I actually totally agree. I think that was the best movie in the series, obviously. And I think that it was the best. I think it's one of the best YA genre movies. I low-key thought that book was the worst, but it was the best movie for sure.
Wig.
Yeah, it was really good.
I
totally
love
agree.
it. I still love it.
We should watch that soon.
Okay. The scene after the night with the monkeys and shit, when they're in the water and Peter gives Katniss the pearl.
Aww.
Like just the filming and everything.
Yeah, it was
is
gorgeous.
Everything. And also I would say that during that I was so obsessed with the series that when they were filming, I was like fawning over every little set photo or anything.
Fair.
And I was like, because in my head, even then I was like, how are they going to film this when I was reading it?
Yeah.
To do movies whenever they do movies. How are they going to film this? The island.
Yeah.
The clock thing.
Yeah.
Everything. And they just like did it.
They did do it.
And they did it so well.
They did it so well.
So Francis Lawrence. Thanks. He also directed I Am Legend, which is one of my favorite movies.
Interesting. Do you think that impacted the way you tell a story? Or how you put things on screen?
I don't really know.
Fair.
It's kind of just my number one movie, and it's like...
That's fair. It's like the one if there was
it's the aspirational one. It's
okay.
What could you possibly do better?
That's really fair.
You know?
Particularly when it comes to book adaptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But no, if it was one that influenced how I do things and shit and all that, how I look, it'd be... I don't really know.
That's fair.
It'd be something like Easy A or...
Fair.
Easy A or Pitch Perfect or something that's
fair.
lame, but
hilarious.
Yeah, the two movies I've watched the most in my life are Pitch Perfect and The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Oh. That makes sense. I'm only ever saving that once or twice.
Go off.
But I feel like it was very... There was a certain crowd that really liked it.
It was just depressing.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely Catching Fire is probably my pick for that.
It's the one that is it one that you would like? Would you watch it on repeat?
Yeah.
Or fair, same.
Totally. I think everything about it slaps. I think it actually confronted stuff like Mitch's alcoholism and PTSD and stuff.
Yeah.
Even if briefly, at least they did something.
Yeah. I think it also really handled the complexity of Katniss and Peter's relationship very well. I mean, I know that they had a really good source material because the way that Suzanne wrote their relationship was very realistic, but like that dichotomy between Katniss being like, no, I do things on my own and I'm my own person, and also like her realization throughout that she actually really loves Peter, and yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
I also love Finnick.
Chilies.
Finnick is one of my favorite characters, I think, ever.
Oh, go off.
Yeah.
Finnick's one of the one things I didn't fully get hooked on in the books or the movies.
That's fair.
I like him as a character, but like...
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like, I don't know where this ever happened, but I feel like I've just come to instinctually understand. Because you know how, like, in the first... Well, when we're kind of introduced to him... we're kind of seeing him as like he just like sleeps with a lot of like capital socialites and stuff, but I feel like at some point they actually imply or reference the fact that he was like forced into like prostitution and stuff, and I feel like that is just like
next level.
I just feel like that was such a...
It wasn't necessary,
so
but
dark.
It adds.
It adds to the world in this really like very deep way.
Yeah.
Because it just like adds it adds a lot of layers. I feel like as one of those things where it's like it's not just that he has to sleep with people. It's like he's forced into it. Like even when
and he has to pretend he's this solo player, but he's actually in love with what's her face
exactly. And it's like even when they win, obviously that they're not free. Then they're always playing the game, all that type of stuff. So. Yeah, anyway. I totally just hijacked your...
No, you didn't. We did this... It's like a discussion. And also, like, even the scenes, like, when they're doing the pre-Hunger Games interviews on the stage, and Joanna swears.
Stop,
and,
so
like,
good.
Before that... after the parade, when Joanna strips off in the elevator.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
All this stuff. I was like, how are they going to do this?
Yeah.
And then they did it.
They just did it, yeah.
So I'd say, it influences me because it's, like, my idea of a perfect film.
No, I totally agree. It's very good.
Yeah.
It's like, it's really well balanced. It's got that comedy, but also the actual like real seriousness of the situation. Yeah, for sure. I'm with you. Okay. Book.
Tell me when we need to pause, but yes.
I don't think, I think it's fine.
Okay. Well, my book / series.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this one.
Okay.
A lot, actually.
Yeah.
Because it could have been like a Harry Potter or anything like that. And honestly, I was considering Percy Jackson too, because that shit slaps.
It does.
But I've decided on the Del Toro Quest series.
Okay, I've never read these. Yeah.
You should
Is this
read
the
them
dragon
now.
one? Is there a dragon?
Technically, yeah.
Okay, right.
But they're not like a big part of it.
Oh, I might be thinking of something else then. Okay, go.
Because it's like 7 pretty small books, but eventually they got combined into one big book.
Oh, okay.
Not only that, but it's the first series is 7 books. And then there's a sequel series.
Okay.
With 3 and another one with 3.
Okay.
Or 4 and 3. Whatever. But these books fucking slap. They are everything. I read these when I was probably in about grade 3 or 4 for the first time.
Okay, wow. That's pretty young.
Yeah, so like 8, 9, 10. But I would read them again now easily.
What's it about?
It's kind of like a Game of Thronesy type world.
Okay.
So it's a high fantasy.
You do love your high fantasy.
Apparently.
I mean, same.
But no, it kind of just, it focuses on 3 characters for the whole thing. And it has like everything. It's got the romance and the drama and the action and the mystery and the adventure.
Do they like go on a quest? Like, what's
so yeah, the idea is that to be able to unite the 7 things in Del Toro.
Okay.
There's this belt that the king's meant to wear that has 7 gems in it.
Okay.
And
Infinity Stones.
What? Yeah, no, kind of. And yeah, if the king wears them all kind of thing, it's meant to do all that. But they actually don't know who the one true king is. He's dead.
That's kind of cool.
There's drama. The characters are really good. Leaf is the main character.
Yeah.
And basically the 7 books are literally, or maybe it's 6. 7. And the each book is basically loosely, not quite exactly, but they have to find 1 gem per book.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
it's like,
cool. I like that pacing.
In easy terms, it's like there's 1 big boss battle. So like to get the gem, they have to do something grandiose.
Yeah.
And it's just really fucking great. Like really fucking great.
Honestly,
and honestly,
really
before I knew what it was, I was shipping Leaf and I can't remember the main chick's name.
Stop.
But anyway,
Sad.
yeah. There's the 2 younger male and girl characters, and then there's like the older, like ruffian dad figure who's also like a guardian, but well, not dad figure, but like guardian, and also like kind of a criminal, and he's gonna betray them. All this fun stuff.
Cool. I'm digging that vibe.
Yeah, and there's plot twists and everything.
Love that.
It honestly slaps.
That sounds like it slaps. Did they ever make it into a book or, I'm sorry, a movie or show?
No, but I think my goal in life is to make a movie or a show out of them.
God, please do it. The combination of Catching Fire and Bleeding Love. Perfect.
Key. It would honestly make a fantastic fucking TV show.
Yeah.
It's by the Australian author, Emily Rodda, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
they were really quite popular, weren't they? Like, I feel like they were like bestsellers and stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, honestly, my life goal is to make a series or something about
do it.
The Del Toro
You should
books.
just do it. Just start it, put it on YouTube.
And get sued?
Exactly. Or if you make it so good, she'll be like, wow, should he make the TV show?
Yes. No, the only adaptation there's ever been is a Japanese anime that adapted it pretty closely to the books, but like it also was goofy and stuff, so it wasn't like as serious as I would have liked.
Oh.
But like
that's a bummer.
It was honestly still a good anime. But actually that's probably the only anime I've actually ever finished.
I just want to point out though that you finishing things is not like you not finishing
yeah,
things.
but this is when I was a kid that I watched it, so like again I had to buy it in like 5 volumes, the DVDs.
Iconic.
But no, yeah, my book series is definitely Del Toro Quest. Inspired my love for fandom and stuff, I guess, too.
Yeah. Have you ever engaged with the fandom online?
There's not really much of a Del Toro Quest.
I'm not surprised.
Now, like back then, maybe, but I wasn't on the internet then.
No.
But yeah, I don't know. We stand.
That makes sense.
There's everything.
Definitely, the vibe I'm getting is dystopian. Well, not just a fantasy. Not necessarily dystopian. That's like your thing. That's what everything is so far, and I love that for you, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, cultural moment. I couldn't really answer this question, so I'm very intrigued to see what your answer is. Although our food is going to be here very shortly, so if you think you can tell it in 2 minutes or less.
Oh, I can.
Okay.
Mine is probably... It's probably Lady Gaga's 2010 or 11 VMA performance of...
Okay.
She did Paparazzi at the VMAs.
Iconic.
But it is the best performance of all time of anything ever. And that's that on that. I will not take constructive criticism.
I haven't seen it, so...
it's fucking everything. It tells a story.
It does. Love
drama.
That.
Basically, she's singing about paparazzi in front of... Like, on MTV, in front of all of the media.
That's hilarious.
And the song's literally about how paparazzi is going to kill you. Like, that kind of thing. And in the middle of the song, the performance, she starts to bleed from the middle of her chest. She's wearing a skin tight white, like, lacy type thing. And she starts to bleed right when she says specific words. And it's, like, slowly leaching out.
That's iconic.
But you hear the audience stop. And they, like, gasp. And they're like, oh my God, something's happened. And it's
I think she's actually dying.
Yeah. And it's like, no, this is a part of the performance. But you can hear people like, it's everything.
I definitely feel like Gaga of that time was living for that type of drama. I think our food's here.
Okay.
It is.
Well, we'll have a quick pause.
I mean, honestly, I feel like, as I said, Gaga of that time period. Just
Sorry for my squeaking chair.
absolute icon.
Yeah.
I mean, not that she's not now, but like back then it was like
Concept after concept.
it really, really was, and everyone was always continuously shook and like, oh my god,
Yeah.
wow.
That's the team.
Yeah.
That's my culture moment because 1, I remember it so vividly.
Yeah.
2, it fucking holds up.
Yeah.
I watch it like once a week.
Iconic.
And 3, the drama.
Yeah.
And also like the audacity
Truly.
in front of the people she's literally talking about to be so bold.
It's so true. I feel like it's telling a story,
Yeah.
and that's
Totally.
iconic of her.
Also a banger of a song.
Truth. That album is a banger. Not that I've listened to all of the songs.
The Fame and the Fame Monster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Born This Way is probably my favorite album of all time.
That's fair.
But obviously Leona Lewis is Bleeding Love. That's the one that impacted me the most. So that's not on that. You know?
Love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all of the questions, right?
That is all of the questions, yeah.
Amazing.
Unless we wanted extra credit.
No. Do you have any questions about my answers?
No. 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 Do you feel like any of them made you... Like, do you feel like any of them played into your realization of your sexuality or anything like that, or...?
Yeah. Have you been listening?
All of your answers, I mean, all of the answers obviously are very...
That's like fantasy, drama,
Yeah.
extraness.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of people in general are quite into fantasy.
Well, yeah, but fantasy's camp.
I don't...
Fantasy is inherently camp. It doesn't matter what it is.
I mean...
Game of Thrones is camp.
I guess, but I also
They're fucking
feel
riding
like...
CGI dragons. That's camp.
Sure, but I feel like the biggest audience, and particularly I think what they were aiming for, was straight white men. And they forgot that every other type of person existed, you know?
Well, sure. But
I feel like
You look at-
traditionally fantasy is
you look
aimed
at
that.
Avatar and you look at Del Toro Quest and you look at like even... I mean, less so the Hunger Games, but the Hunger Games is about like repressing feelings.
Yeah. No, it's definitely... They're all definitely very progressive.
That's that. But no, the fantasy and like Avatar and stuff, it's like... I don't know, the easiest way to compare it is like the X-Men series being a thinly veiled metaphor for queerness.
Fair. That's
and like
fair.
Yeah. It's like, 1, you can escape to this fantasy world.
Yeah.
2, they can do the most ridiculous shit and it's accepted. And 3, yeah, I don't know.
Fair.
3, they have no societal norms.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, all of it.
That makes sense.
And also just, what's cuter than a fantasy boy?
Nothing. Particularly when they're kind of bad. Morally grey. All right.
That's the tea.
Good discussion.
Good discussion. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you, Nicholas the man.
The man.
I know you're very busy getting interviewed by other
Everyone.
famous people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was actually the star of the Friends reunion.
Wow. I haven't watched that yet. Was it any good?
I'm not watching it.
Oh,
It's just interviews and
That's
scene
weird.
reenact. Like,
that's a bit weird. Mum and Dad watched it though when they watched it the other day, and they afterwards were like, it was actually kind of interesting. I was like, okay. I mean, I'll take your word for it then.
yeah, I don't know if I can bother.
Fair.
Like, there's nothing new in it. Everything that's in it, people already know.
Oh,
You
well, I'm
know?
out then. No point.
I don't know. I was high-key expecting them at the end of the reunion to be like, oh, by the way, we're doing a limited series reboot, like 10 episodes.
That is definitely when they first announced the reunion. That's definitely what I thought they meant.
That's what most people thought. That's why
Yeah.
there's like middle-aged women texting their children being like, this is not what I thought it was.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely what I would have anticipated, but whatever.
Week.
Whatever.
Week.
Yeah.
Week.
All right. Well, do you have a what the fuck of the week?
I can. My what the fuck of the week is wait. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
My what the fuck of the week is okay, people with Bravo TV specifically, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
My problem with them is that in recent years, like the past literally like 18 months, they have decided that they want all of the Housewives franchises to be more diverse. We love that. Iconic. Good. We love it. However, the issue with it is that they're dumping like one POC per cast. They're just dumping them in with no support.
Oh dear.
Or anything.
Oof.
Into this group of conservative, maybe possibly centrist, white middle-aged women, and all of them. And of course, the audience for Bravo, of course, a ton of it is young women and gays.
Yeah.
But a big part is also middle-aged redneck, like middle Americans. So these women, like specifically like Tiffany Moon from The Real Housewives of Dallas, and all this, they're being like racially targeted by these horrendous humans on social media.
Oh dear.
And Bravo's only just now, months later, put out a statement saying, we support our POC cast members.
Oh dear.
And that's all they've done. And it's like, I feel like you can do better. You can actually give the women of the cast a talking to.
For sure. Well, if they're really serious about having people of colour on their show, then really it would make sense for them to actually say to their white cast, be like, if you continue to do this, you're not going to be on the fucking show.
Yeah.
You know, like that's if they actually do want diversity and they want their the POC people on there, then they can do it. Commit to that.
And it's interesting because, like, Tiffany Moon in Dallas, the woman who on the cast who was bullying her and being racist, I think is actually going to be fired because of the backlash. But then there's like Ebony on The Real Housewives of New York. It's only 4 episodes in and she's brand new. But specifically the Roni cast is like 3 of the 5 women are like in their 60s, 50s and 60s. And it's like, Ramona Singer is literally a hardcore Trumpy who at the beginning of COVID was holding Trump rallies in her Hamptons mansions, getting COVID. Super spreader events, yeah. She got called out, don't worry. But is just like thrown into the middle of them with no warning.
That's really rough.
The women, Ramona Singer is an actual human scum. I fucking hate her. And like in Beverly Hills, Garcelle did all of last season. It was great, but you could tell she was holding back. And then this season, she just had a moment with Kyle, who you know. Well, one, I'm glad that Garcelle actually decided to come back because I would not have blamed her if she didn't want to. But she had a conversation with Kyle and she was like, you know, some stuff you said in the reunion, whatever, that was fucked up. And like, I don't know how to react because as a black woman, there are all these stereotypes about the angry black woman and stuff. And I spent my whole life repressing these emotions so that white people don't get
triggered.
And Kyle was like, wow, that's I see that. Yeah. And I'm sorry.
Yeah. Nice. Love that growth.
It was like the most wholesome conversation.
Wow.
And I'm like, this is the kind of conversations they need to have.
Yeah.
With all of the cast across all the shows.
For sure.
To just listen.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And I was honestly super impressed with both Kyle and Garcelle. That was a really wholesome conversation. But anyway, later in the episode, Crystal is a new cast member. She's Asian. And Sutton did racist. So, like...
disappointing.
The beginning of the episode was wholesome and the end was, like, back to normal. You know?
Rough.
Anyway. Also, thanks to Binge for accidentally releasing the latest episode a day early.
That's hilarious.
What's your what the fuck of the week?
Mine is actually a public apology.
Oh.
To Nicholas.
Me?
It's just, okay, it's actually an apology to Nicholas, but it's going to be made publicly.
Okay.
And that is that as the viewers are aware, and because it was our elephant, we're in a different recording location today.
Yeah.
And then Nicholas arrived. And like 10 minutes later, my family got home and we roped him into moving a whole ass bath with us.
You're so dramatic. I told you I didn't care.
And then after that, we were sitting down to get ready to record, and then someone came, and then I went out and talked to them for like 15 minutes, and Nicholas was left here just
I was fixing
abandoned.
stuff. And no, I already said I don't care, so you need an actual what the fuck of the week. That's
No,
a
that is
cop-out.
the what the fuck of the week is, why is it so chaotic here all of the time? And I'm sorry that you got put into that, Nicholas.
That's a cop-out.
That's my what the fuck.
That's not
what
even
it is.
culture.
It's my culture.
Ugh. F you. F you.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
You're a poo-poo hole.
You're welcome.
Could have at least been like, TikTok for being so addicting.
Yeah, well, that's obvious.
Okay, whatever. Where can people follow you? Cop-out face.
Yeah, if you'd like to follow the cop out, it is Lady Alice 101 on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Nicholas.
Well, if you want to follow the pod, it is WTFIH podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and WTF is happening the podcast on YouTube.
Beautiful.
The links are all in the description for all of these. Mm-hmm. And if you want to follow me on Twitter or TikTok, it is NIC_sushi.
Wow.
I feel so stupid saying if you want to follow me on TikTok. It's like that, you know, the meme. It's like, how do you do, fellow teens?
No.
Oh.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like I'm an intruder.
Same.
Yeah.
Isn't that so funny? Because we're
like 23.
still very young.
Yeah. We are literally Gen Z.
Well, are we?
Yeah.
I feel like I think we need our own micro generation.
We are. I always say this. If you're born between 1998 and 2000 really, that's that 3 years.
Yeah.
You're in a weird limbo zone between Gen Z and millennial, and you remember all of the 90s kids stuff, but you also remember all of the 2000s. Like, you grew up in that transitional period. I don't know. We're weird. We're in a weird place.
Yeah, it's true.
But technically, Gen Z started in 1995.
Wild. I don't feel Gen Z.
No, and I also don't feel millennial.
I would say
I feel more millennial.
I was gonna say I'd say I feel more millennial than Gen Z, but Gen Zs are weird.
Yeah. Well.
Just in their
Well.
general. They're so mean. No, they're not that mean.
I don't want to get bullied by the
exactly. See.
I also don't want to get bullied by millennials because the boomers bully millennials enough.
To bully anybody.
You know? That's true.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway.
Bye.
Bye.